Welcome to the Daily Decant, your 5-minute briefing on the world of wine. Each episode delivers practical insights to help you choose, order, and talk about wine with more confidence in everyday social settings. Let's get into today's decant. Today's Friday, and we're stepping back from the grand stage of Barolo and Barbaresco to talk about what people in Piedmont are actually pouring for dinner on a Tuesday night. Guys, here's the thing that doesn't get said enough. Everyday wines of Piedmont are extraordinary. They fill the same ancient cellars and appear on the same family dinner tables as the famous bottles. And they cost a fraction of what the famous names do, which means they should absolutely be filling your wine rack as well. Let's start with Barbera. This is the most widely planted grape in Piedmont by a considerable margin, and for centuries it was considered the region's workhorse variety, plentiful, functional, and not particularly glamorous. That perception has changed completely in the last 30 years, driven largely by a single producer who we'll get into in a moment. But today, the best Barbera, particularly from the denominations Barbera d'Asti and Barbera d'Alba, are producing wines of real complexity, depth, and character that no serious wine lover should ignore. What makes Barbera special is its combination of deep, almost opaque color, relatively soft tannins, and naturally very high acidity. That acidity is key. It's what makes the wine so extraordinary with food, where Nebbiolo can feel austere and structured and demanding. Barbera is juicy, vibrant, and immediately welcoming. Dark cherry, blackberry, sometimes a hint of tobacco or warm spice. It goes with pizza, pasta, grilled meats, stews, essentially anything you would want to eat at an Italian dinner table. Some producers age Barbera in small oak barrels, which adds weight and roundness, and others use stainless steel to preserve the pure, laser-focused fruit and acidity. Both styles are excellent, and knowing which you prefer will guide your buying. Producers to know are Vietis Trevigny, above all, Giacomo Bologna of Breda, the producer who's almost single-handedly elevated the global image of this grape with his Bricco del Uccellogne, bottling in the 1980s. If you haven't had it, seek it out. Expect to spend $15 to $35 for genuinely excellent bottles. Next, Dolcetto. The name means little sweet one, but don't be misled because Dolcetto is a dry wine. It's actually quite structured with a characteristic bitter almond note on the finish that's completely its own signature. Where Barbera has high acidity, Dolcetto has softer acidity and slightly more tannin, though nothing approaching Nebbiolo. The color is a deep purple-black, and the flavors run to blueberry, licorice, and dark herbs. Overall, the impression is of an honest, generous, easy-drinking wine that's consistently over-delivers at its price point. In Piedmont, locals drink it as their everyday red wine, while the Barolo and Barbaresco sleep patiently in the cellar. You should adopt the same approach. Look for Dolcetto d'Alba or Dolcetto di Dogliani. The latter often shows more seriousness and complexity. Producers to note are Chionette Albogna. Now, the white wines, and I want to start with something that's really underrated in the wine world. Moscato d'Asti. This is a gently sparkling, technically frizzante, so not fully sparkling, lightly sweet wine made from the Muscat Blanc à Petit Grain grape in the hills around Asti. It typically comes in around 5 to 6% alcohol, making it one of the lowest alcohol quality wines produced anywhere. It's delicate, intensely floral and peachy, with a light sweetness perfectly balanced by refreshing natural acidity and gentle tickling fizz. It's transcendent with dessert, fresh fruits, light pastries, almond-based sweets, and equally good on a warm afternoon on its own. It's also one of the most affordable quality wines in Italy, rarely exceeding $25 even from the top producers. Viette Paolo Sirocco and La Spinetta all make benchmark examples. This is a wine that makes people genuinely happy. If you've never had a serious Moscato d'Asti, this weekend could be the moment. And finally, Gavi, or more precisely, Gavi di Gavi, when it comes from the historic core of the zone. This is a dry white wine made from the Cortese grape in the southern corner of Piedmont near the Ligurian coast. It's crisp, refreshing, and mineral, with lemon zest, green apple, almond, and sometimes a saline quality on the finish that makes it a natural companion for seafood and light dishes. It's the wine you drink on a warm afternoon with a plate of grilled fish or antipasti. It's not a profound wine, and it doesn't try to be, but when made well by producers like La Sciola or Via Sfarina, it's genuinely satisfying and entirely its own thing. The practical takeaway from today is that next time you're at an Italian restaurant and the wine list is full of Barolo at prices that you just can't justify, look for a Barbera d'Asti or a Dolcetto d'Alba. You'll pay a fraction of the price and drink something genuinely excellent with your meal. And if dessert's coming, order the Moscato d'Asti. Always. Tomorrow, we'll talk practical buying guide, vintages, values, and what to say to order it. Don't miss it. That's today's Daily Decant. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe and share with your friends so you can continue building your wine knowledge in just a few minutes a day. See you tomorrow for your next decant.